Hello guys and welcome. In today's video I thought, while everybody is worrying about coronavirus and all that sort of stuff, I thought I'll worry about my brakes, because there's not a lot of them brakes left, so I sort of need to change those. Also, you notice this, you've probably already seen an unboxing video, and since then I gave him a name. He's now called Fuel, Mr. Fuel, my little helper. And you can see that the paint that I've painted my wheels with didn't last long, so I will reapply it one day, not today. I will reapply it, see if it'll last, because you know there was fitting, tire fitting and stuff like that, like you saw in my previous videos, so it might have cracked the paint. I don't know, I'll reapply it, see if it'll last, because I want to see which paint lasts, you know, or is the strongest for the tires, because when I'm gonna change these into new wheels, I'm gonna need some strong paint to stay on them letters. Okay, so without further ado, Goliath, Mr. Fuel. Okay, so let's go ahead and change those brakes. Now, this will help, of course. And now what I need, a jack. I've got the jack. Bricks, as you can see. I also Mr. Old Tires. Where's my jack? There's my jack. Okay, so these will need to, I will take these off, I will keep the rims, I will loose the tires. As you saw already in my previous video, you can do it. You don't need to go to a mechanic as such, or your local dealership, you know, to remove the tires from the wheels, from the rims. You can do it yourself. Okay, so we've got brakes, everything's in order. Now, you probably haven't seen this guy in action, so it is only fair for me to show you how it performs. Okay, so let's take this head, let's put it on Mr. Fuel's. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to do. That's how it works. Without swearing, it's hard to what you call, describe the sensation of this thing going. My car is moving a little bit. Okay, it's supposed to move. There we go. So, just getting ready, you know, for main topic of the year, probably, or a few years to come, the coronavirus. I might be busy with some other stuff, like, you know, like hunting and stuff. After the corona has passed, I might go hunting, you know, because we ran out of food or something. So I want to change the brake pads until I can. Now I need brake pads, and I also need a knife. There we go. So now we can take out the brake pads that I've ordered some time ago. Beautiful. We get rid of the rubbish. Now, these brake pads are Duratec, not Duratec, it's Duratec. Brake pads, see? Тормозные колодки. It even says in Russian. Okay, so everything is sealed perfectly. Hopefully those are the ones that I need. I can't remember how much were these. They're like 20 quid or something, or 15 quid. They're not the most expensive ones. They're cheap. And by the looks, they look like the ones I need. I always tend to keep them wrapped just in case they are not the ones, you know, I need, so I can always return them without wrapped. Cars driving around me. Okay, so first of all we need to unplug. Oh yeah, another thing, I was not gonna tell you what to do and all that jazz. I was just gonna be quiet and just do it, because you probably already know how to do it, but you just need this, you know, reassuring video to show you how to do it. Okay, what's inside there? I don't know. Is it one of them? Is it one of the stars? Because sometimes the stars, sometimes it's just normal Allen keys. Let's see if we got some Allen keys there. Now, I don't know, I'm just gonna talk and maybe point, and then I'll decide whether you're gonna listen to this or whether you're gonna I'll just make it mute and I'll just put some music over it and you can just see what I'm doing. Okay, I turned a little bit into an idiot because I was talking. This is not the toolkit that I need, because we all know that this Allen key is 7mm, and it is this one special, which is not in, you know, in any other collections. See, 7. Okay, so this way is turning, this way is unturning. We need some sort of a mallet just to break through. And now the bottom one. Put in the bottom one. Not a lot of pressure required. Okay, so this is 7mm, and I know one star is something like this star, see? It's like 7mm, so I can put it in there. Whoop, and it fits. And I take a ratchet, I don't know what's it called, ratchet, and then go wee. It's very easy and simple. Okay. Now to do the bottom one. Unscrewing, yes. Still unscrewing. Okay. Now you take a screwdriver and you push it like this. Look, see, it released itself. And you push this bolt out, which holds the whole assembly onto this frame support. Support. Okay, support. Now we need to do the same in the bottom. Where is it? It's there. Yes. I'm doing this by feel because I can't see. Now. Okay, so now I always tend to clean a little bit when I do these things, so just, you know, in case, no case, but it's just cleaner a little bit. Okay, so now this should be loose. So what you do is you introduce a screwdriver like so, and the thing you're doing is getting it over this lip, because there's like a little lip. There's like a little lip there, and the brake pads have that same, you know, they need to go over the lip. So there we go. As you can see, one brake pad is a little bit poorish. This one still has meat, but we're changing it. So as you can see there, yeah, this one is nearly gone. I don't know what the legal limit is, but this one is nearly gone. This one has meat, but since we got new ones, we're gonna change them. This is bin material anyway. Okay, so the first thing you do is take from the support take it off the support, and then take one brake pad out. That gives you an opportunity to check against what you bought, and by the looks it is exactly what I've needed, so we can rip this out then. Oh, a bit of green. I don't know what. Oh, rubbish stays in here, gets recycled, as we got plenty of rubbish anyway. Okay, so first thing to do is, are they different? I was gonna say some of them, on some of the brake pads I see in these brackets different. What I mean, one is for this side and one is for this side. They're just a little bit different shaped, but these, I can see these are exactly the same, so I think they're gonna go boom boom, unless them brackets are different on those. Yes, that's exactly it. So these got the sensor as well. I was like, I never seen them packaged this way, you know. Different brackets in the same packet. They always come like either in one or in pairs. Okay, so different bracket, and then we've only got one with the sensor, because we only need one. It's a tiny car, so. Which one doesn't have does have a sensor? I don't know. Does this one have a sensor? This side, no. I don't think this side has a sensor. Okay, so that means that this is for the other side where the sensor is. So now, yes, as I said before, as you can see, the brackets are a bit different. The smaller bracket goes into this side, and the bigger goes into this side. But before you can swap those round, you're probably asking yourself why I left this in here. It is because, see the amount of meat it has, so you have to make room. You need to, for the cylinder to go back, to make room for all that meat, because as you can see there, it's like 3 times thicker, brand new ones, than the old ones. So what you do is wooden clamp. You probably already seen this on my other video in when I was changing brake pads on my Volkswagen Polo. I think it's those two cars, Volkswagen Polo 9N or something, and this car use a lot of you know, same parts. So these brakes and these shock absorbers and even engines and stuff like that would have been used for this car, also Volkswagen Polo. That's why you got, you know, forums like Volkswagen Polo and Audi A2 and Seat Ibizas, I think. Can't remember on Seats, but they have the same, because Seat is basically Volkswagen, which just made a little bit cheaper. Okay, so now I've allowed, as you can see, slowly. Just let's see whether there'll be enough room for those new brake pads. Okay, so take those out. Maybe a little bit of clean. Tiny clean. Now I need a big bracket first. Need to go it in there. Usually you just press them in and they go in. Sometimes you need a screwdriver to push them brackets a little bit. The bottom one didn't go in yet. Like so. No, the bottom one still wants to go in. Okay, so push it there. There we go. So now this one's in. Brand new meat. Now we need a brake pad with a smaller bracket, which is gonna go into here. And these brackets are a bit fiddlier to fit, but the only fiddliest is this. They need to put one of the brackets because they've got these sharp edges and they dig in. You either press like that, or like I always do, is just press them in a little bit before you fit. Whoop. Like so. And then you don't need to struggle so much with the screwdriver. There we go. See, it's already in, nearly in. There we go. In, and then press a bit more. There we go. It sits there. As you can see, brand new meat. So I was pushing back the cylinder to create this gap because I'll show for the other slower users, That's the gap I created with the old, that's what would have been with the old, you know, brake pads. But because they've got so much more meat, I need to create for this. And now I see whether this will fit or not. If it doesn't, I need to press a little bit more, and I can see I need to press a little bit more. There's still room for this to go back. So now we just take this one out and maybe press a little bit more to create a little bit more room for them meaty brake pads. I always go slowly, so all the, you know, liquids and all the .4 oil, transmission fluid, can go back, doesn't create bubbles or anything. Slowly, don't need to go fast. It's not a hedgehog movie here. By the way, I did not enjoy that movie, the Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just, I don't know, it's for the kids, for the kids. It's not like a family movie, it's just for the kids. Okay, come on, there we go. Now we created an even bigger gap, so now it should fit over, and yes it does. So now what you need to do is, there's like a little hook there, you need to hook it on there. So go over, pop, and that's what you need to do. See, it hooked on. That's when you can push it down, then you do these bolts. It's finally getting a little bit drier, so I can start making videos again. Where's my 7mm? Did I put it there somewhere? No, this one doesn't look like it. Where's my 7mm? Where did I put my 7mm? Let's take one bolt out. There we go. We need it to be 7mm. Where did I put my 7mm? Allen key. Ah, there it is. There it is. Or this one, like I said, see? I haven't got heads for Allen keys yet, but I'm thinking of getting some. Boop, boop. So now all that's in. You can see it went very smoothly. So now what I would suggest is taking the 7mm and just catching the thread on those two bolts first. You can see even better here. Needs a little push. There we go, it's going in to this hole. Okay, so always catch the top one first, because the bottom one will be held by that little hook. So the bottom one will always be in place, nearly. But since I've got the top one, Now I can use this ratchet, tighten it. This will give me the energy that I need to carry on. Is it going or not? Yeah, it's going. It is going, yeah. It is going, yeah. It is. Oh. Now you do the same with the bottom one. As I said, the bottom one will be already nearly in place, so I don't need to even look. I just start screwing it. It'll go in without me even looking. There you go. This one is tight. This one is tight. So now what we do is just tighten it manually. Where's my mallet? I had it. Ah, there it is. Like so. Tight. And then the bottom one. Tight. Don't forget these covers, because sometimes even I forget to do those covers. As soon as you tighten, put them in, because you only need to learn lesson once when these gonna rust and they're gonna break, and you're gonna have to buy a whole support or re-drill, and when those bolts are gonna rust. Okay, nearly there. So now you put these to one side, put your tools away, introduce a wheel. Oh. There we go. And now you need to put some bolts into this wheel. There we go, there we go. And you take Mr. Fuel over here. Very heavy machinery. This will do all the tightening for you. Up to 1,900 Newton meters, which is a lot. I haven't got a settings set on this yet, but we can see, because you can have different strength. So let's see on the number 2. It's a bit slower. That's how easy it is to do up your wheels with this thing. That's it. Whew. And it's done. Very simple, very quick, very easy to do, as you saw on the street. It didn't took much time. If you don't have to explain it, you'll make it, you'll change them even faster. Because I'm now gonna do the other side, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, Subscribe as always if you haven't yet, and hopefully the sun is gonna come out more and more and more, so we can make more and more videos. You might like them, you might not. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Mm.